Today, we're talking about the Moonlight Roller Skates. Specifically, we're comparing the OG suede leather roller skate to the vegan Moonlight Roller Skate. Do you skate in Moonlight Roller? If so, put it down below. I can't wait to hear your opinion. I want this to become like a little discussion board so that people can get to know like what they think about the different types of skates, because even though I have an opinion, y'all know that y'all also have opinions that are just as valid. So let's have a little pros and cons thing. Let's talk about the Moonlight Roller. Which one do you think I'm gonna like the most? Queer Girl Straight Skates is a YouTube channel full of roller skating tutorials, reviews, general roller skating lifestyle videos. So if you are a roller skater or if you would like to become a roller skater, I highly recommend that you subscribe. I put out new videos every Tuesday, and I am always trying to make it feel like it is the roller skate community, but on the internet. So come be a part of our squad, come hang out with us, and I'll see you in the lives and in the comments. I have gotten my hands on the Prowler, which is this skate. There is an unboxing first impressions video that you can watch right up here of the Prowler. And today I'm gonna open up and compare the Prowler to another roller skate, the Charmer, which is the snake one, which I love a good snake print, and I also love a good leopard print. So I just feel like I'm surrounded by patterns that I love today. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm gonna unbox the Charmer and give my first impressions and kind of look and show you what they're like. And then I'm going to go out and I'm gonna skate with one on each foot, and we're gonna see how they compare to each other. So let's do it. Okay, so as any review on a Moonlight Roller has to start, the packaging is absolutely incredible. I love the packaging of the Moonlight Roller box. I think it's so cute. I love a good disco ball moment. I love pink, y'all know this. So they've started off pretty well with me. So then you open it up and there is a... There you go, pretend like I didn't kind of open this beforehand. So there is a little black and silver tissue paper, a cute little sticker that you rip open, and then you're like, oh my gosh, my skates! Yeah! Oh my goodness. So these are the Charmer. I love these. These are so cute. So my first thing, like the immediate thing that I think of first, is that these are significantly more structured in the boot than the original Moonlight Roller is. So I'll just use these as an example. So the Prowler that I have is pretty flexible, like throughout the whole boot. Like there's a lot of flex, minus this back heel part and a little bit up here in the toe box. However, even just right off the bat, as I'm kind of feeling around this boot, there's more structure even all the way through this part. And it could be the vegan leather, because a lot of times vegan leather is a lot more stiff and has a little bit more support to it naturally than the other one does that's like just regular suede leather. So that's the first thing that I think of. And just in general, it kind of holds its shape a little bit better than this one does. So I definitely think that once we put these on next to each other, we're gonna feel a little bit of a difference when we're skating in how much we can bend our ankles while the boot is laced all the way up. The next thing I noticed while looking at it is that we've got the same exact wheels, same exact toe stop. We've got this cute little toe stop with the moon imprint on it, which love that. And then even on the wheels, you can see that it says Moonlight and then it has a moon on the wheel. and even just spinning it right away, like the bearings are pretty smooth, which is very nice. On the inside, we've got the really cute decoration, which is the imprint of the other boot as well, which is the moon and the stars, I think it is. Yeah, moon and stars. And I got a size 7, and it says here, the moon boot, designed in the USA, handmade in China. So it is an imported skate. In the box, there is also laces, a moon boot sticker, yeah, and a crab tool. And then in the box it says, follow the call of the disco ball. I definitely have done that. I freaking love disco balls, so. Okay, so I'm just gonna lace up these skates really fast, and then we're going to kind of have at it. So things to kind of recognize first about this skate is that we've got a vegan leather boot, all of the same elements of the regular moon boot, but it is all vegan. We have got the adjustable toe stop, a metal plate, we've got shelled bearings, which means that you can take these bearings out and clean them and then put them back. We have some just basic cushions and basic metal trucks and some basic black laces. So that's what we're working with. Now I really want to see what they're like when we actually go and skate in them, because they feel really nice. They feel like they're going to provide a lot of support. I'm interested to see if they are as comfortable as the other Moonlight Roller, as the Prowlers are, because the Prowlers are really, really comfortable. They feel kind of like you're wearing a sock, and then that sock is attached to like all the hardware that a skate goes with. So it's really, really flex, really, really comfortable. These ones feel like they have a little bit more support. I think I'm probably gonna like these a little bit more than I like these ones, because if y'all have been following me for any amount of time, you know I broke my leg recently, and so I just kind of prefer things that have a little bit more structure and support to them, especially when I'm, you know, doing any sort of aggressive skating at all. So let's lace them up, and then we're gonna try them. I have put one of each of the skates on each foot. On my right foot, I have the vegan Moonlight Roller, the Charmer. On my left foot, I have the Prowler, AKA just the suede leather skate. And so far, I'm feeling good. My initial impressions, having both of them on my feet, are actually not far off from what I expected. The suede leather one has a lot more flex in the ankle, and the vegan leather one is a bit more stiff, which I actually am really enjoying. So let's try it. Whoa. Oh my God. Oh, there's no bend in the, ah! Oh my God, that was so scary. Whoa. There's something about the suede one that when I try and like lean this way, just the boot leans and not the actual skate, which I kind of hate. But I don't know that everyone would hate that. I just hate it. Whoa. Whoa. That felt a little slippery. A little slippery on the toe stops. Not bad. I mean, there's really not a lot of support there. So essentially, when I've been skating around, I've been having some issues with like turning, and by that I mean when I go to put my weight to the side to turn, and this could be that I just need to like loosen the trucks a little bit, but also because there's not a lot of support in the boot, I feel like my ankle is turning and like the boot is turning, but the rest of the skate is kind of staying going forward, which is a little, makes me feel uncomfortable. But it could be something that could be adjusted with like a loosening of the truck situation. Another thing I'm feeling is that because of the lack of stiffness in the boot with a suede leather, I feel like even though my skates are really tied tight on both of them, it's not holding my heel back into the boot, and instead my foot is kind of crunching forward a little bit and causing my toes to rub up against the toe box in a weird way that's not actually happening on my right or my vegan shoe skate. So I do feel like in both of the skates there's a little bit of pinching in that toe box, which is something that I don't love, but also something that's pretty common across a lot of skates is that pinching in the toe box there. Something I do appreciate about both of them is that I don't think either of these skates really need any break-in. Like neither of them needed hours and hours before they felt more or less comfortable. I felt like I put my feet in the skate and they were really, really comfortable right off the bat. I think that this is the most comfortable vegan boot that I've tried on for sure. Like hands down, this is the most comfortable vegan boot. And I've tried a lot of vegan boots. I've tried the Impalas. I've tried the Beach Bunnies, which I've been told get more and more comfortable. I haven't gotten to that point yet. So I'm sure that if I spent more time in my Beach Bunnies, I would be able to get there. But immediately these vegan skates are like super comfortable. So definitely would give them that. I think that the hardware to me feels a little heavy. So I think because they're such comfortable and kind of like sock-like boots, the heaviness of the hardware makes the skate feel a little bit off to me, but that wouldn't be something you would notice as a beginner or right away when you're first starting to skate. Having finished skating in both of these skates, I now have some opinions about how they compare to each other and just thoughts about the skates in general. So I had already been skating in the Prowler skates a little bit in order to just kind of get a feel for how they skate in different conditions and just how they felt on my feet consistently after skating just a little bit and then skating a while longer. But I had never skated in the Charmers before today. The reason why I really wanted to try these vegan ones is because when I first got the Prowlers and I did the unboxing and first impression of them, I had a few people say that because I didn't like the lack of structure or the flexibility of the typical ones, that I might actually enjoy the vegan ones better. And I can tell you that they were indeed correct. I 100% really liked the vegan skates more than I like the typical suede leather ones. And the reason why that is because the vegan ones have just more structure to them. Like if you go to bend it, like there is still flex, which is different than other roller skates that are vegan that are on the market. So they're much more comfortable of a vegan skate. And they also still have that stiffness kind of throughout this whole boot area here and even into the toe box and the ankle. And so I just felt overall like I liked this boot better with this material on it than I like the Prowler. And what I realized is that I struggled a lot with trying to flow while I was wearing these skates, actually both of them, but really, really much so the Prowler. And the reason why that was is because I felt like I was leaning to turn and then the boot was going with me, but the plate and like the trucks and the wheels, like all the hardware was kind of staying one direction. And because of that, it was really tripping me up. So I think that one way to accommodate for that is to make the trucks a lot looser. But I don't know if they would get to the point where I would feel like totally confident. So I do think that that is a drawback. I also still am complaining of the same kind of thing that I was complaining about in the first video that I made about the Prowlers after having skated in them for a while now, is that I still feel like the boot is kind of like a sock, and like the hardware and everything is so heavy on it that for me specifically, I feel like when I am skating with them, I don't like the weight distribution of the skate for some reason is like kind of off for me. Like for me, it feels like I'm having to, I don't know, just like kind of lift this very heavy part without having any support on the ankle to lift it. I definitely would recommend, if you're a person who just likes doing like street skating and not aggressive street skating, but just kind of like cruising or trail skating, like beach skates, like I think that, or just like skating around the neighborhood or the tennis court or at the rink if you wanted to, I think that these skates would be great for all of those things. I wouldn't recommend taking them to the skate park. I wouldn't recommend doing aggressive skating in the Moonlight skates. I don't feel like they have the support necessary for that. Even the vegan skate, like I would not recommend taking this to the skate park. Overall, I think that the Moonlight Rollers are good skates. I think that they roll. I think that they have like decent hardware. I think that they are really comfortable, so there's no real break-in period. I don't know that these would be durable like long term. I don't know that because I haven't had them long term. It seems like if you were aggressive with these skates that they would not last long term. I also think that as you advance as a skater, you'll probably be like, oh my gosh, this plate is so heavy. Same way I feel about most imported skates, honestly, is that the plate is so heavy, and I know that it's expensive to switch out your plate, but I would recommend getting a lighter plate if you're going to use these long term. I also would recommend changing the wheels if you're doing anything besides outdoor skating. And also for me, the toe stop was quite a bit slippery, and so I didn't love that the toe stop was that slippery. I felt like not that stable when I was stopping, but that could also be something that will get better as it's worn down. When it comes to stability, when it comes to support, I don't think that they rank very high in my book. Even though the vegan skates definitely outrank the OG skates. When it comes to cuteness and aesthetic, they rank so high. Like Moonlight Roller has the cutest skates. Like they're so great. I love the aesthetic of both of these skates. And all the ones on their site, like I love the aesthetic there. And I also, if I was you, I would switch out these laces. I don't feel like the laces have a lot of grip, especially if you're if you're a person who likes ankle support at all and you're going to want to like give yourself a little bit of ankle support, you're going to want to tighten your laces. And I don't feel like these laces like really grip into the skate the way that I would prefer. And they also aren't that long. Like if I was to lace them all the way to the top, there's like enough to make a bow, but it's a very small amount. And so I think that I would prefer for a longer, grippier lace. I don't know. I think that they are an imported skate that is, you know, about $200 to $300. I think that they are a little bit expensive for what they are. I wish that there was like I don't know, some sort of something to write home about a little bit more with the hardware when it comes to that price point. I feel like this hardware is kind of the same hardware that comes from a lot of other imported skates that are under $200. So I kind of wonder like what it is that's making it cost that much more. But besides that, I think that the company that makes them is super awesome. I think that Adrian is awesome, who created Moonlight Roller, and I think that they're doing awesome stuff for the skate community. So yeah, those are my overall thoughts. If I had to rank them, I definitely think that the Charmer wins the ranking in my book. If you're just a beginner and you're just starting, you wanted to get a pair of these skates because you're like, oh my gosh, they're so cute and I want something that doesn't have a break-in period, these are gonna be good to go. Like, they roll, they are cute. There are people who skate like really, really well in them. But the one thing that I would urge you to consider is think about how much ankle support you want. If you want a lot of ankle support or you need ankle support, these are not the skates for you. But I definitely, if you are interested in a little bit of ankle support, which I do think that these vegan skates do have, go with the vegan ones over the OG ones because they'll provide a little bit more of that without being an excessive amount of support, which I would say the lot of imported skates in general just tend to have like a ridiculous amount of support, like as in they are stiff and not comfortable. And so I think that they are like on two ends of the spectrum, right? So if you were to compare a Moonlight boot to an Impala boot, you're getting the Moonlight, which is comfortable immediately as you put it on, super flexible, so there's not a lot of ankle support, but you're also getting like, I don't know, just a nicer material, I think, that is coming on these boots. Whereas an Impala, for example, you're gonna have like a lot of stiffness and structure to that boot. So you're gonna have a lot of ankle support, but with that comes like a little bit of difficulty when you're starting to skate. So overall, my thoughts are Moonlight Roller, I do recommend them. I think that they are a great skate if you are a beginner, if you're starting out, if you want to do like trail skating, if you wanted to do like dance skating, if you prefer to have a little bit less support, more freedom in the ankle, more range of motion. If you wanted to get a pair of Moonlight Roller Skates, you can get them at pigeonskates.com, and if you use code REBEL, you will get a 5% discount. So that would be a great place to get your roller skates. I definitely recommend getting skates like the Moonlight Rollers from there. And I know that there are also like a bunch of cool colors. Like there's like a holographic one, and there's like a green one, and they all have very cute names, and also their merch is very cute. So love the aesthetic, love them. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Queer Girl Straight Skates. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope that you got a little bit more information about the Moonlight Roller Skates from this video. Let me know if you've tried the vegan and the non-vegan Moonlight Roller boots, what you think, and if you agree or disagree with what I said. I love to hear different people's opinions because I do think that when it comes down to it, all the stuff about which roller skates are best are honestly a personal opinion. So I try and let you know the things that I experience when I skate in them and some pros and cons, and let you make the decision from there. Because really, my favorite skate isn't going to be your favorite skate, and your favorite skate is going to be someone else's favorite skate. Like, there's not one perfect skate. So let me know if you skate on the Moonlight Rollers and what you think also down in the comments below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to support me, you can shop on cheersofthequeers.com. I just got a bunch of really cute laces. I got some pride themed laces for, there's like a non-binary, a pan, a lesbian, a gay, a bi, a non-binary. I can't remember if I listed everything, but there's a bunch of different like flag stripe laces, which is cool. And I just got a bunch of new roller skate earrings. So go ahead and check those out. And most importantly, Cheers to the queers!
I've got a rebel soul.